Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Riven. So, kind of just accidentally, we found out that there was a secret passage. Uh, I suppose we're sticking our hand in this water and pulling out this, um, switch, I guess. So, there was a prisoner in the cell. We opened the cell door, we saw the prisoner was gone. It didn't really, at this level, for a 21-year-old game, it didn't really lock into my head that the prisoner hadn't walked out the door when I wasn't looking. But I guess that is the implication, is that the prisoner escaped down this secret tunnel in the prison, and we're just gonna have to walk through some darkness. I have half a thought that some of these dark sections are intentionally just dark because they didn't finish animating it. And this takes us to the ocean, which it seems like the rebels have the ability to escape via ocean and jump in the water, or they have boats or something. I turned on the light. Did I turn on a light? I think I turned on a light. There's kind of nothing else we can do. So back we go. And so now we're slowly finding lanterns that we can turn on. What an interesting trick. Really, I thought they were just going to ruin me by having the entire path not lit up to save themselves some frustration, but in animation. And it looks like it's the old door trick again, where, let's see, is there a light somewhere around here? I don't see anything to click on this one, nor do I really see anything to click on this one. You can't turn the lights off, so they're on forever. So this path is fully lit, and we can close this door and go down to another path. So maybe the idea there is to, like, confuse a few people. Maybe, maybe not. So here we are at the final puzzle. I'm not ready to quite do it, but we can show exactly what's going on here. For every creature, plus some, I would argue, on this island of Riven, in this age, this 5th age, there's an animal. And in each animal, you can click on it, and there's a specific order in which you're supposed to click on the animals, and it's based on the sounds and based on the balls and based on the numbering system. But we haven't learned the numbering system yet, so, like, there's no way you would brute force this. Every puzzle we've seen that's been a real combination lock puzzle has directly and specifically had too many inputs. That this just would not happen. Now over here we've got a door with what looks like the knife on it. So there's some insanity there. Some major insanity. And that's the kind of final puzzle of the game, but we're not ready for that. The overlapping of having to know the sound that's on the balls, which implies that these balls are now not magically appearing, which was kind of the implication, but are being added by the rebels. Can I go back down this way? I'm not sure I can. I think I just am gonna have to take the ladder, which in itself might prove to be a problem. So you can't walk down a path. You've got to use the submarine some more. These paths are still pulled in, and they're like little wooden bridges that I assume. The thing is that this family probably could have pulled in the wooden path and messed up. And let's see, this I don't think would let me pull this. Nope, cannot pull this. I left the submarine over there, which means there has to be a way to get back to the submarine. And I imagine it's not as difficult as I'm making it out to be. Go back up, but click only once and then turn around, and then click over here. We're really fast traveling. This way, this way. It looks like you should just be able to slide down or something. There's no up, and I am having a real hard time seeing any buttons or anything. Is there something on this side? Well, that's the sacrifice platform, so maybe if I go this way, I can control it in a way to get back to the submarine. Is this where we're going? Yes. An elevator was here. We can go down if we wanted to, but I actually needed to go up. There's definitely some room where you could combine what happened in Riven and MYST and wrap it in a more traditional game by far. Make something that you're average, not very intelligent video game player can play. If there was a Sherlock to your Holmes character, somebody who was pretty smart, or a hint system, things that would just make this less of bumbling around, to the point where there's potentially solutions you could find without even knowing the answer, not even knowing what you're doing. And see, these orbs are supposed to be powered now through this geothermal energy. And interesting, there's a thing here that implies something different. Right, sit in a chair, pull this. So here's where Gin would sit and execute the rebels and anybody else who fought him. He would do that, and then they would dangle the they would dangle by the legs the prisoner down to feed it to some kind of whale creature that maybe some of the creatures we've seen before, maybe not. I'm hoping by changing that setting, that's what I needed to do. Otherwise, I'm a little confused, and as I'm approaching the point to be ready to start following the walkthrough a little bit more cheating, a little bit less bumbling around. Like, I know that I need to get to the school. I know I need to learn the numbering system. I know I won't be able to figure out the final puzzle in that section until I do figure out the numbering system. After that point, the linking books that connect you to the other age, that stuff is the stuff that I'm just not so sure what happens there, if much of anything happens there. Up here, go. Turn around. We can kind of limit the... Man, am I just not seeing it something? This is shut again. Interesting. This is still open. Have I found some way to glitch the game? Like, it doesn't fully make sense. Like, if you go above this circle, pretty much you just can't do anything. How does one get back down there? to call See, this was absolutely the thing I needed, was the ability to call the submarine. I'm not seeing a way to do that. There's no buttons. Well, let's go the other direction. The part of this certainly comes from the fact that we just kind of stupidly... no, not here. Down this way. I could probably eliminate the number of animals I've seen. Like, I've heard a seagull, I've heard these creatures, I've seen a frog. We've seen the narwhal type creature. This was the path that I had missed before. So maybe if I go down this path. But I have to take those sounds and match up the sound that that animal makes to that number to know the code. Which is asking a lot. It's asking too much. And there's no buttons. Still no ability to walk on the water. Or swim in the water. And it's not like this is a game over scenario where I've failed completely. I don't think. So yeah, it's definitely time to look at the walkthrough and figure out where we should be doing. I've already done that. Let's see. The problem with the walkthrough is I haven't been following it since the beginning, so there's... Let's see. Trying to figure out what I missed before is the problem. Blah 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 blah. We did that. This walkthrough is pretty bad. It is pretty bad because it's not explaining things. Yeah, we already did the marbles thing. The problem here is this walkthrough, now that I see, is just not doing the game right. It's not doing it in a realistic way. So I'm having to now skip some things because it wants me to go somewhere I shouldn't be able to go because I don't understand the code that we found to unlock the dome. If I did understand the code, which you shouldn't be able to understand it by this, there's only one place in this entire game that you're supposed to learn the numbering system, and we haven't seen it yet. Let's see. So now it's starting to get to where we need to be. Sorry for just sitting here. I should have read this in between recordings if it was going to get this difficult. Let's see. I'm just missing something. I'm clearly just missing something. And this stinks because this is gonna be... yeah, but this walkthrough is not helpful at all. Like, it's telling me to do things before I should be able to do things. Giving a very unrealistic experience when anybody who is actually playing this game would have had a very different order in which they did things. You kind of have to have a different order. And at a certain point, if you already know the solutions to all the puzzles, why are you playing a game for the first time? I mean, clearly, if you're playing a game a second time, you're probably going to know most of the solutions to the puzzles. But if you're just using a walkthrough or a guide, why are you even bothering to play the game? That's what really kills games like this and why you don't see a lot of them these days. The Witness is a great example of that. Witness was a very nice looking but overpriced game set on a mysterious island. But half of the people that played that game didn't make it to the end. They didn't find all the secrets. I've heard many people who just aren't into mysterious find your own mystery type gameplay, they're just not cool with it. So they'll give a game like Riven or The Witness an hour and two of gameplay, Mm. But they're not gonna stick with it and put up with the frustration of things not making sense. Even I, who did eventually get all of the things, as far as I know, as far as I think anybody knows in the Witness, even I came across certain puzzles that just never made sense to me. The elements and how the puzzles work didn't quite make enough sense to feel like I was actually solving them. So I know I had to cheat a few places, but if I was playing this today, I would be cheating all of this, or I'd be giving up. And I always have this thought about, if I was to play a walking simulator or something that looks like a walking simulator, maybe it isn't a walking simulator. It's just, it's hard to, maybe it's got some hidden elements that you wouldn't find immediately. Of course, there's so many other games available to play. It stops being a concern. Like, who cares if you miss out on playing one game when there's 20 other games that you can play? This really just looks like you should be able to it really seems like you should just be able to click on this and go downward. So you can't go below this part, and you really can't go beyond this part. So somewhere in this square there would have to be something, or you can't go beyond this top portion. It flips the hand, which is an interesting way of doing things. I'm just like randomly trying to click, and maybe there's something with the ScumVM engine that has caused me to, like, maybe you are supposed to just be able to click here. I cannot see a button, a switch, anything that would make it make any sense. Over here you have up until this point, and I would really just love to have some object highlight. Something that would allow me to like, there's no going forward. But I've tried everything. Like, every little bit of the circle. There's no going up higher. Same is true here. So I'm gonna just have to Google it and see if there's a Riven go down tower. Stuck at the top of the trapeze. Help me get down. Hmm. 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 Oh my goodness, they're just being so withholding with the answer. Just tell me the answer if I'm looking it up. Hmm. Ah, this is ridiculous. Finally, it tells me the answer. I have to leave the entire island to get it to reset. Well, and what's weird is that's the expected experience. They've programmed it to force you to leave this section. So my guess is if I go down this way, and go down this way, there must be some resetting that happens. I guess this gives me a good excuse to see what happens when this elevator is out of order. So, like, you can't really call this a bug. They intended for you to have to leave the island to get back to the submarine. So we'll take this, and the maglev leaving of the islands is the best indicator ever. That we'll find it somewhere else. There's definitely a disconnect here with the game, both trying to imply that there is life in this world and that things are happening when you're not around, but also the world being completely and totally empty. It really can't be both. Although MYST 3 kind of gets away with that, and MYST 4 kind of gets away with that, and MYST 5 kind of gets away with it. So we're just gonna take a full round trip back through different islands. Now it is still possible that the Scum VM engine is just bugged. If that's the case, who knows what the solution is. But I don't think so. Typically the games are playable. The game is playable all the way through before it gets realistic amount of support. Right. And we are just trying to zip through all of this. Running in circles. The game needed to gate me from getting to the trapeze area. If I was just not able to do that until the last thing as far as what was necessary for the submarine. Or if there's just a way to get back down. I mean, that's all it really needs is a way to get back down. And do I want to walk all the way back that way? Not sure which direction I want to go now. It's like we can go this direction and test a theory, or we can go this way and be pretty certain what we're gonna run into. Because if we go this way, we'll have to do another transition. Actually, we can test the theory both ways. So let's try something out here. Now, I think I saw on the map that there was something like a dome maybe on the outside of this crater. I don't know how you would get to it. If you can get to it, or if it mattered at all. Almost like question why the main character can't go certain directions. So this is interesting. I'm fairly certain there shouldn't be a cart here. Because I'm almost 100% certain that we left this cart on the other side. So somebody moved it. More of these transitions. Which, yeah, these transitions are cool for like the first few times you do it, but now they're just boring load screens is all they're hiding. It'd be much nicer to not have these elements. And that's why you could, if you were to merge some of the ideas and puzzles of MYST with some of the ideas and puzzles of Riven and all the other games, I think you get a nice, potentially 5-act play that's 20 to 60 hours instead of these games that can be speed run in 5 hours, but who knows how long it would take any random person to solve without help. And you could really just remake MYST and have it be a different character going through the same world. That'd be pretty boring, but you could have the character that I'm playing as now be the non-playable character and have a new, say, younger person with them to re-experience and relearn all of the elements. See, I think I managed to go the wrong way several times here now. Here we go. So the question that we wanted to see is, will this reset the elevator? If it doesn't, then it doesn't make sense why there's a button. Yeah, it resets the elevator, so like, why is there a button here? It's a useless button. I guess at some point they were programming it, or they were going to program it to work differently. We've got the guys making the siren sounds again, which we really didn't need that to happen past the first time. Feels like it's a red herring because I'm pretty sure these aren't one of the sounds for the final sound puzzle. But maybe that sound is the indicator that the submarine has been moved. Hey, the submarine's back. It did get back to where it was supposed to be. Now the question is, how do I get to where it's supposed to be? I've got to go all the way around to, like, why does that path not connect? That's some craziness. Like, how far I need to travel is just ridiculous lengths. Count the number of clicks I'm having to go through. Plus a cutscene. That you see this cutscene every time you're in this area. Meanwhile, I believe there's another eye somewhere around here that I may not have found according to the walkthrough. So let's make sure we find it if we can. No, I don't think so. Because there's another one in the sand pit that is further down here. I just don't think you'd have 3 in that same area. This ladder takes you to this point. Like, there needs to be a switch right here that would open up a ladder or a path or something so that I could get back to this point quicker and easier. Oh well. Assuming nothing else needs to be reset, we're probably in a fine position. We're gonna go forward and take the left. So it might be just a circle. I'm just gonna keep going forward and see where this ends up letting us go. I assume that that wasn't a place. Or I could have walked out. And see, that's the trapeze. So the trapeze path is just a circle. I mean, I don't even really need to go up there and look. We can clearly tell that's what's going on. So now I need to switch this over here. And we'll go this way. So there's 3 places we've already been to. And I think there's really only one place left. Can't exit here. I assume your character just knows whether or not you're in water or not. And let's see. we can exit through this one. So this would be the 4th place, which is this location. So we've been to that location. We've been to a location that's along the wall there. We've been there. So we've been to 4. There's one more, which I should just be able to go forward and hopefully get to. Apparently not. So I missed something, because there's definitely one more location. So let's turn around. It's hard to say that there isn't much more to this game, but I don't think there's that much more to this game. After we start having everything connect up and have at least played to the point where we should have learned the numbering system, the code system, and figured things out. Alright. Now this is just where we were at first. Oh, I see. I need to turn around at this. We've been to both the left and right here, but we need to switch our direction. And so you would just be very unlikely to accidentally end up on this track. So they're hiding away the most important location on the track. If we make it to the school, in the next recording, we learn the numbering system, we can unlock the 4 golden domes that we've seen, and we start linking to different places for whatever little that matters. I mean, the thing is, I'm pretty sure we're not going to do too much in each of those linked worlds. So that one, we've been everywhere. This is the schoolhouse. We're right where we need to be. And in fact, it makes not so much sense to not just go right here in the first place and make a save. This is what we needed, is this toy. We will deal with this toy in the next recording, but it makes so much sense to, let's see, save file, save file, save file. Which one do we want to overwrite? Well, let's just overwrite 4 here. There we go. There's no real reason to like look at the walkthrough right now, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue playing from this point in the next recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Now, it would have been really nice if you could have just grabbed this and taken it to your inventory. Like, you have this entire black bar You could have had so many clues and notes and rubbings and just like pictures that you could have put in your inventory to help you with this game. Anyways, I was wrapping up. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. If you want to support me, you can gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.